Start again. So, my name is Antti Pirnen, and this is the innovation project non-stop version for especially for multi-form students or former uni students. Also, uh, the other students, the daytime students, are welcome here. Uh, if you are daytime students, you should first consult your tutoring teacher there, the head of the what is that, the majoring option, since they are also, you might actually have even a better innovation project going on there. Okay, just targeted for you guys. But anyways, you're welcome. I'm not kicking anyone out. If you wish to move into another implementation, I'm not offended by that one. So I'm, I'm just a professional teacher here. I'm teaching for money. But you, my friend, I can teach for nothing. Okay, so basically the workspace, I was a little bit disappointed of the OMA, and especially that it starts losing some data. So for example, the previous innovation workspace is currently in the state that I cannot check anymore the assignment 2 or 3. They are somewhere in the bits heaven. But this service provider is actually is working on solving what is going on there. But there's something missing. But anyways, the I don't let that one to happen. This one, I've moved everything to a little bit more, say, tested platform. And there's the tools. That's a website on Google Sites, which now it works. It didn't work half an hour ago. There's a default, of course, that you can only access that one from the Metropolia site. Wait a minute. It's web page. Let's see. What did WWW stand for? World Wide Web. Not Metropolia one. It's not MWW. But anyway, so innovation project, and as you can see now, I have a non-stop implementation. I don't have the implementation code there. The next one probably would be 3264, but now we don't need to transfer any students from previous to the current implementation on the place that really matters. So this is what really matters. Everything will be here. Okay, including the enrollment. So basically, this is the current enrollment code. If you haven't enrolled already, so that's the last 4 digits. There are something like 100 different implementations of in Metropolia each year of the innovation project. This is a compulsory project for every single student in Metropolia. Okay, so, but anyways, this is my code. And yes, if you have error to previous year's implementation, I will be sending some email whenever I get into that point of more instructions. But anyways, you will get also that instruction here. Okay, this is non-stop and mostly, say, virtual kind of thing. So I'm not bugging you too much. Basically, there are some of these instructional lectures. I might actually have a special lecture since I have a really nice material now on topic rapid prototyping. That might be actually interesting. So I might actually give that special set 2 weeks from now. But I will send announcement using OMA. Well, this platform is nice, but you know, I don't have the login information there, and I'm not going to collect any login information there. So, so basically, I will be using the OMA to send email. for those things. And first question is about this Monday time slot. Is this a good time slot? So nothing else is going on the Mondays. Usually Monday evenings are not the favorites for students, no teachers. I don't mind actually Monday evenings. Oh, the other one would be Friday evening, but so no, exactly my point of view. No Fridays. So Monday lectures, I'll post, if there will be some things, then I will post it separately. So by default, Mondays are off. And then you can work on this innovation project or other stuff. Okay, so I will be also having these channels using some of the nice tools to stream everything online in case you don't want to come here from some other long distance place or have to work and instead of working watching this channel. Not necessarily a good idea, but anyways, that's how we will be working. One important place is the scoreboard. Okay, currently it's empty for good reason. Nobody has returned anything yet. But this will actually, this actually shows 7 assignments where the first assignment is actually in 3 parts. There will be the group or topic name. Whatever you're working on, you have a title for your working title for your project, and then doing some of the tasks, you will gain points, and basically at the end of the this project, you score. Say if you score more than 90% correct, or not correct, but 90% done, you will have 40% is the passing points. You need to get at least 40% of things done and you will get one. Okay, you probably want to shoot for better grade, but it's okay. I can give you one. You know. So remember, this is 10 ECTS, so it has quite a lot of the weight on the GPA. It might affect on your future plans. But anyways, how to get good grade? You just need to do whatever I'm asking you. I'm showing you. It's not actually a big deal what I'm asking. There are 8 assignments. Let me a little bit bigger. And the first one is the video presentation. Basically, it should be a video presentation where you convince me and some of your fellow students here that you have a great idea and you know how to work on it. Okay, so the project topic and doing a presentation out of that one. Is anyone actually attending some language course at the same time? Academic English or something like that. Discuss with your teacher if you can actually, if you have some presentations there, if you can combine this presentation with the whatever presentations are you doing on the language class. In my case, it's 5 minutes presentation. Your teacher might actually want a longer one. I'm okay with 10 minutes or 15 minutes as long as it's, informative and I don't fall asleep at the middle. Okay. On this course, the presentation is a group presentation, but if your language teacher requires a personal presentation, you can also submit different presentations. It's up to you. Then the second assignment is about timetable. Okay, when you make a project, you have a nice idea. Next, basically, what you need to do is a timetable. How long does it take to do whatever you are promising to do? And based on the timetable, you can start working on the budget. How many of you have already done some industrial projects in real life? You probably, yes, there are some. Okay, you know what I'm talking about here. So every single project that you start, if you are not a manager, then basically your manager comes and asks you about estimation of how long it takes. So the manager can actually calculate the hours and then turn those to the errors. And if you are a manager, you have done a lot of that kind of calculus already. So basically some sort of budget. And here we are playing with the monopoly money, meaning the, make out money. Otherwise, none of you could afford having 270 hours of work on your salary on any work like that. Okay, but basically, just to put everything on a perspective, if you are working on a real project, you have a real timetable and you have a real budget. Okay, next thing, group meetings. Basically, to keep the timetable, you need to actually have some checkpoints there and regular meetings with the other people. And if and hopefully you are working on a group on the innovation project, basically the group meetings, I just require a set of documents that you have planned the meeting. It has an agenda and you have a memorandum after that one. So memo must follow a meeting. Okay. And meeting without agenda, you don't actually attend to those meetings unless they come to the boss of the boss of the boss. Okay. So that they are well planned. And basically, the group meetings timetable should be already on part of this timetable. But it depends how, well, it depends basically on the project and how well time you need that one to be. On the software engineering, that's Scrum methodology, meaning that you have the timelines and then it's done. Whatever the result was, it's done. If it's half done, well, it's done. If it's quarter done, it's Microsoft. Okay, oops, I have nothing against Microsoft. That's why I'm using the Google here. Then the fifth one is something that we used to have that one on the first year classes, especially the ICT students daytime, few lectures on how to write a nice engineering logbook, meaning, that was already coming as an engineering logbook. Some minor details missing. So notes about what you are doing, with some documentation, who made these notes and when. That's basically your only tool to protect your own IPR. How to show your employer that you have made an invention on work. Yeah, you can if you have 150,000 euro but yeah, but anyway, so that's your IPR. That's your IPR. The protection of your IPR. Make a notebook that you can show that this was your idea, your original idea that the company is exploiting. Okay. But if you actually did it on a work time, then the employer has the first right to start basically doing something, to make money out of it. So, but they basically, it's still your IPR. So if the company wants to patent it, it will be on your name. companies don't own patents. People do. Okay. Hopefully it has your name on it, not your boss's name. All right. Then, so that's more or less how to work on a project. But so you have a start, you have title, budget, grouping things, engineering logbooks. Those are kind of must. Then for the dissemination of the results, you will be writing a report. And report format is now the final year project format. And we are more or less following also the final year project process. So first thing that I always ask at the beginning of the work, meaning here, write the table of contents and introduction. This should be actually done on a quite early stage. The introduction will actually be what you are doing and why you are doing and how you are doing it. Okay. So those three questions, answers those three questions on the introductory part, and that will be your guideline for the rest of the project. Then another one, table of contents, meaning start making a kind of list of things to do, and that will actually be a part of your report in a nice kind of chronological order, which is quite nice for a good way of actually doing the reporting. Of course, it will start when you are working on it. You can still change the contents, table of contents. See, okay, this is not that important, and this thing has a lot of things on it. So maybe subtitles there. But anyways, this helps you to organize your ideas on your head, so that basically come out as the work. Then the 7th point, originality test or check. Originality check. We are using the Turnitin system. Your English teacher probably already have told you, and you have probably practiced using it. You will practice some more. So this is a must for every single thesis. This is a good place to start using it. And actually, I'm also kind of exploiting the possibilities. The Turnitin originality check is not just originality check, since it has a huge amount of huge different papers there on the database, and basically you can find better references from that one. So if you find a good citation, for example, you cite it on one document, but it could be that it wasn't the original idea, but you can find, say, 10 years earlier the publication, which has exactly the same words and findings. So that will be the link to the original citation. I'm using actually this originality check on mine. If I do a publication to find the original documents, works like a charm. And yeah, as instructed also on the final year project or thesis guide, the originality check is done to the final version of the report. So what happens in between of these? Well, you will be writing a lot of writing. Well, there's only one, say, quite a big thing missing here. That's the supervision from teacher. Why it's missing? Well, on the case of final year project, you are entitled to have 20 hours of teacher's time this one. Okay, 20 times 20 is 400. So I don't have that time. So that is the simple reason why there's no basically checks here. So please, help each others, read each other's documentation and give comments. Also, it's a good idea to start reading Theseus. The system Theseus.fi has all of these final year projects since 2000 and something. Everything is there. Unfortunately, there's no markings of what the grade was, but anyways, you probably can find there good ones and bad ones. Well, there's no bad ones, of course, but say good ones and really good ones. Okay, so yeah, so that there is a kind of quantum leap from table of contents and introduction. On the other hand, I advise you to do these assignments 1 to 6 on quite beginning of the project, since those are more or less everything here is still on while you are working, basically starting from the first day. Idea, timetable, budget, group meetings, interior flow book, starting the report, writing down what is important on your topic, what, why, how. Okay, and then this is the basically dissemination of your project. So report, submit the report there, and actually I will have time, since of course I'm a professional teacher, so I will have time to go through this final report. There's a nice tool on Turnitin that I can actually give some comments, what I see good or something to improve for the thesis. Then final video presentation, meaning, well, maximum 10 minutes presentation about your thesis, the innovation project. What did you do? What, why, how, so that everyone is very interested. And if a business angel would be there, he or she would immediately start financing your idea. Okay, in that sense, pitching. Well, it's quite a long time for pitching, right? 10 minutes. It's usually just 1 minute to really say what is so important that a person would listen to the rest of it. Okay, both of these presentations, here I actually also give different grades for each, or different points for each of the parts. Presentation itself, all about clarity, and yeah, is it, well, what, oh great, this is so wonderful. Sorry about that. Never mind, pause it 2 seconds, please. Isn't technology wonderful? I feel a little bit old now, since I get even the projector to sleep now. Oh, so let's. All right. So video presentation, each of those parts, the presentation itself, especially for the clarity, and if it's interesting, that kind of stuff is graded as one. And then basically, I'm also giving you points for commenting each other's, both comments or questions, and reply or answer to those questions. So I'm kind of asking some activity on YouTube channels. And yes, we are using Google there too. you're all Metropolia degree students, so you have the Google account from Metropolia. If you haven't activated it yet, activate it today. You will be using. Okay, and then this final video presentation, that's also something that I'm kind of expecting each others to comment, although I haven't yet done the different lines. Well, we can actually go through those. But anyways, so that's the general idea, how to get points, how to collect points on the different assignments. And when you are done with assignments, you have the report and you have done the presentation, and I can give you some good grade. Good, very good, excellent. All right. So let me open one of those assignments. You can see what they are all about. All of these are actually Google Docs. I'm sharing those for anyone to comment. These I shared only for viewing. I have no idea. At least they are just open documents for anyone to exploit. And that has everything on it. Video presentation 5 minutes long, where you briefly introduce your product, what is it all about, why you do it, and how you are going to work on it. So what, why, how. And then after finishing, download it to YouTube. What quality video? This will do just fine. Mobile phone, maybe a whiteboard where you draw the idea yourself, some illustration there, or PowerPoint, some big equipment. We even have a educational video studio with green screens here if you need. Sure, why not? Put nice background there. Okay, be innovative. But anyways, you need to download it to YouTube and provide a link for unlisted viewing, allowing also the comments. Is there anyone who hasn't used YouTube channels yet? Okay, I will show you quickly the YouTube. YouTube.com. There and log in. So there's actually now I'm not kidding. So basically, if you are in Google, then it will automatically, at least Chrome goes automatically to the. But anyways, you want to log in as the with the Metropolia account. So, okay. And then how to make or download your own movie, or upload, not download, upload to the services. Okay, there you just select files to upload. It can actually take any reasonable movie format, AVI, MP4, to name it, basically FLVs. Yeah, but anyways, I think the MP4 is, say, quite commonly in any of these video camcorders or video phones. And let's see, do we have anything here? Videos. This folder is empty. Oh, yeah, well, I don't have any videos here to show it. So just drop it there, and then you can select if it's public or not. Unlisted means that it's public, but you cannot find it by any search engine. But still people who has this link can do whatever you allow them to do. Private means is only for you unless you point it to also to someone else. Schedule, well, you can also time those, but I don't know if you want to have that kind of your own TV channel. All right, but anyways, that's. I really should have one video to show the rest of those. Do I have? Oh well, I don't. I don't have a video on this computer yet. Okay, so yeah, simple. And then take a closer look at the options when the options window opens. Yeah, provide a link for unlisted viewing. Yes, you can also make it public. Well, nice thing about this Google Doc, I can immediately edit, uh, edit the document. Good. And then when you are done with that link, how to get the other ones to know about it, so you open that one in Noise and Project Assignment 1 video presentation. By the way, you need to have Google account, Metropolia Google account in order to submit the link. Why? Well, it makes my life so much easier. Then I can use actually your email address actually to recognize you on the list. It's so much easier for me. Okay, so only a couple of things are there. Compulsory, well, name or names. If you're working on a group, put all of your names there, preferably on the same format that our systems recognize you. So if you have some nicknames, don't use the nicknames. Or if you have some, say, very long names and you won't like to use some part of it, it might be actually hard for me to find out which one of those people that was. Okay, project title. This can change. It doesn't need to be the final one, as long as, well, I would prefer if you use one single working title for the whole project. And then link to your video. Test before submission. When I'm putting any links to the, say, on YouTube, I always check it also with my mobile phone that it has, audio and video are visible. If it's visible here, definitely it's good for you on your computer. If it looks crappy here, then you know it looks even crappier on PC. All right, so click, submit. And then, yes, a copy of your responses will be emailed to you. That's nice. All right, so that's the submission form. Every single exercise actually have the submission link, different submission link for every single one. Okay, then I have a Google Sheets that actually is automatically updated whenever there is a submission of video. Okay, when someone is doing a submission, it also goes into a list like that. Now it's empty because nobody has submitted the video yet. It has the names and the project title, link to presentations, also same information as on that. But now you can actually pick a couple of the projects and go and check the videos and start commenting. Okay, if you see already, say, long discussion on one presentation, you might actually go to some other video which doesn't have that many these comments yet. Be nice to each others. Yeah, and yes, use Metropolia account for everything there, so you will be recognized as Metropolia students. You don't have to answer any nasty comments which are coming outside of the Metropolia. So, all right. Then about the points. Score 0 to 10 points. 0 means you didn't do, or the link didn't open, or something like that. There's no evidence that supports anything. 6 points basically means that audio, video quality is good enough for hearing what was said and what was shown. Okay. It doesn't need to be professional quality. It's just rough presentation. Activity on asking and commenting 0 to 2 points basically means that you need to pick a couple of those the other videos and comment, and then activity on answering questions or discussing the topic further. Same thing, you need to also go and answer a couple of those on your presentation. And yes, this activity is a personal assignment. Everyone should go and start, discussing each other's presentations. This is a good practice. So why you should go to, for example, group meetings on the real job to play with your computer. Well, that's mostly what people do. But in any case, you should be there actively, ask questions, clarify things, try to learn. If you have anything, confused about, then you tell about it. That's how you get things done. No misunderstandings. But the video itself, it's a group assignment. So if you have a group of 3, I would like to see each one of you on the video. Or, well, if you missed the video session, then, well, maybe you should do it yourself, since anyways, the group video, well, the video can be a group effort, but only the way that everyone is contributing into that one. And yes, you can also do these video clips and put those together. So 3 video clips on different parts, and then just group those together. Then I can see and hear every one of you. Okay. But keep it snappy and right to the point. You have only 5 minutes. Okay. Deadline on all of the exercises non-stop, meaning that whenever it's ready to be published, they will do it. Which is a good thing, but it's also kind of bad thing, since, well, it's only up to you. Okay. I probably should also give you some things on the timetable, since this has a little bit different tool there. Okay, timetable. This timetable is not very detailed one. Basically, you would do the timetable by editing the provided link. Just a moment. Okay, and again, it requires Metropolia Google account, and it has the week numbers from So I think this is week 35. Week numbers from the Finnish calendar. And then basically timetable goes to the somewhere here, which is the end of May or something like that. So this is the academic year, active academic year, 4 periods. And then you start putting some blocks there, what happens in which phase. I just want to see that you have a big picture of how you allocate your time. Every one of you have also some other things. Somebody may actually have some other courses, someone may have some life. Okay, yeah, I have heard that, but this is so funny, I cannot think of it. But anyhow, you just mark there the time that you can allocate together for this project. So project with this timetable should be done together within your team. And yes, you can actually say put work and somebody's name, and somebody else is working on some other phase there on the same project. But I'm asking for clarity, and so that the timeline actually makes some kind of sense. This is just an example role here. That's the project title, whoever is doing it, the group names, then what is done and where. Okay. This will look like a really nice kind of mosaic after everyone has filled it. So just use the, here's the tools like boxes, and then also the what is that one? It's the merge cells to put those together. Make it look nice. I'm trying to keep backups at least on weekly basis. So if somebody accidentally destroys everything, there is a backup copy. Good. And I know who destroyed it because you'll be using your Metropolia Google account. All right. So that's the assignment 2. Budget. I have seen so many different budget kind of things that actually these are just some generic things. So 2 sides on any budget. Then the first one is income, and then the other one is the expenses. And this is mostly expense budget. Okay. So basically, software license needed for the project, meaning you don't take into account Office kind of products unless they're both just for that project. New hardware needed for the project. By the way, if you have some hardware requirements for your project and you do not have them and on your own, and they are say such that you don't want to buy them yourself, then you talk with me that I can take a look if there is any way we can actually buy it for this project. We can spend some. And we have a lot of, this embedded stuff at least laying around. So just talk with me if you need that one. External services. So if you're whatever you are doing is going to run on some privately, some commercial cloud service, for example. Okay, Microsoft Cloud or the Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud. That would be some external service. Then the labor. Innovation project is 10 ECTS each. Okay, if you're doing it yourself, you're doing this big project if you're doing it together with, so two to be this big, three this big. So as many as you want, you have the workers there. It's n times 270 hours. All right. Okay, and then the labor cost. Use the wage that would meet the professional skill level of the worker. You need to think of, okay, this is its height of professional or a trainee. In Finland, we have never actually had slavery, so zero is not a good answer to that one. All right, so calculate also the employer payments required by Finnish law. So if now you have to think of it as it's, you know, if you're paying wages, then you must also automatically pay some the social security, and then this other one is the eläketurvamaksu, eläketakuumaksu. What is it in? Yeah, retirement. It's the insurance, retirement insurance cost. Okay. More about those in Vero.fi. All right. And then if the project also has some income, okay, project may have income. Usually on the engineering side, those are product development, meaning that we cannot actually charge our users to actually pay anything if it's a prototype and doesn't work yet. Nobody will pay, but anyways, there's some nice examples that work just beautifully, like the, well, I'm not mentioning Microsoft anymore, but anyway, so the so that would be the project income, not the product income. This is a prototype base. And okay, there can be a prototype like, say, very fast electric car that actually someone would pre-buy and fund the project that way. All the crowdsourced kind of things. Then you have income for the project. People are investing money to get nothing at the end. Okay, or something at the end. Okay, return a link to your budget using this form. Okay, that's a budget link. And link, meaning, well, budget is usually either sheets, or it's a table, or a software document. It's up to you. Or it can be also some nice budget tools, as long as there's a link to that product. And if you want to have any feedback, well, docs, sheet on Google, and give permission to comment. Then I can give you some advice, if I can. So long time I have been actually working on real budgets. I have been working on, Metropolia side. I have been doing some budgets here, but all right. Maybe I'll open this engineering logbook. So, a couple of words about this one, since this is quite important. So, how you actually keep track on different things. So, I don't have those anymore, but when I was working on a company, yes, I have been working on a company. That was in 90s. Yeah, I know that. In Vaisala Corporation, which is basically, it still is probably the best place for any engineer to work. So if you get internship in Vaisala, take it seriously. Internships are only available for recruitment purposes, and it's very good place for engineers. Basically, first day I was there, my boss gave me a notebook and say, start keeping your logbook here. You can find more of these from the stock. And here's a pen. Yeah, I didn't have pen that one. But anyway, since then I have been on real projects. I always have a A5 notebook, and every day I find something interesting to write there. I write it down, especially all my own inventions, sketches. Some people actually do doodling, meaning drawing cartoons on the book, the sketches, the kind of storyboards. Whatever helps you to actually on, say, design phase, what did you think 2 weeks ago? That kind of stuff. You cannot remember everything since the world is quite hectic place. You're probably working on several different projects at the same time. Okay, how to keep track on what you have done. So you have to have these logbooks. And this is just, I don't, you will get maximum points easily. I probably should put here some points what I'm requiring really. Since, okay, it's usually a bound notebook with page number such that pages cannot be inserted, removed. Okay, you can find that kind of notebooks actually from paper stores. Use ink, not pencil, ink, or something that cannot be erased. Date every single page, and no empty pages. So those are the fundamental rules. The rest is basically then how you make it. Scribbles, writing, graphs, sketches, tables, diagrams. You can glue pics. Don't just table them, just use glue. That kind of things. Okay. That's, well, I don't trust any block spot or something like that. This my invention will be there 10 years from now. So for that, but that's only personal kind of thing. You know, for that reason, a real paper bound notebook is better. But on the other hand, well, if it fits these requirements so that you cannot insert or remove stuff on the middle, but more like a block, why not? Then the block spot, black block kind of things, they usually have the timestamps there. You only have the access to write there, so yeah, why not? Then you can add pictures and that kind of things. Sure, you can try also the blocks, but make sure that also that block you can print it out easily or transfer it to another media whenever that block service provider is going bankrupt, and the site services will be, you know, disappearing from the internet. So does your host things. Okay. Yep. Paperwork as well. And here's something to link to about typefaces. If you are using an electronic block, just send a link. I probably also need to, yes, I need to somehow get a feedback channel, since I would like to also to comment your stuff. I'll figure out something for that. If nothing else, I'll just send you email. Yeah, that work. Yes, I can send you email. Good. There. So those are the most important things. So there's some assignments. Do those, collect points when you are done. Thank you. Ka-ching. All right. So now you probably have some questions. Yes.
Can I do the project by myself, or do I need a group?
You can do it by yourself and you can do it in a group, maximum 3 people. More than 3 would be crowd. It's not group anymore. On the other hand, if you need crowdsourcing to your individual project. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
The innovation itself, something like related
Yes.
application.
Application. Okay, I have a, yeah, I didn't remember to put them. I have some generic ideas or topics. If you don't have anything in your mind at the moment, I have some. Most of them are related to embedded systems. Those topics what I give, only I have some interest on those. Only I have interest in those. Okay. Usually the students don't have interest on those topics. There are also some other of my colleagues actually have them some topics that are interesting to them. Okay. If you are working on a company, ask your boss if there would be a topic you can work on. You just need to also say that, okay, this is for school project, which means that there's absolutely no guarantee of secrecy of this project. So no top secret stuff. But if there is a good generic thing that could be done, or feasibility study of something, here you can work 270 hours for free for the company, not free for us. So you will be getting 10 ECTS credits. They might actually have we have this problem with this production line that we would like to fix. With production line. If there's anything to do with ICT, yes, that's a topic. Those are the best topics. Directly from your boss or directly your working environment or something like that. We have been thinking of this blog, starting a blog, but well, nobody has time to actually evaluate if that would be, any good for our customers. Yeah, there you go, 270 hours of, work for credits, and your company would have a nice platform to test with the customer. Okay. Just for fun, I will show you some of those innovation projects. Later on, I will. Where do I have? I had somewhere the project topics. Oh, that's nice. It's actually a web page. I can put it here. There, some topics of mine. As I said here, that was a fair warning. So all of these actually require some embedded stuff. May deliver a game. The problem there is that our hardware is now bust. Okay, if you are interested in hardware related stuff, yes, you can work on that one. It's a USB device. So if you took the USB devices on the summer school, then you could be doing that one. Then A to D converter for Raspberry Pi 3. Raspberry Pi doesn't have A to D conversion at all. It doesn't have anode channels. Okay, a device that actually just A to D converter and some software so that anyone can start using that A to D channel for Raspberry Pi. That will give you some fame. Okay, automatic blackboard camera. I'm using a lot of the whiteboard and blackboard, not today, but usually, for example, on my digital signal processing class today, I took something like 10 pictures of whiteboard. I'll show you. Sites. There, okay, that's the one. Systems was today's topic. Yeah, and I have these nice YouTube videos there too, and then I have the whiteboard pictures, which is a little bit crappy, but that's how they come out. So the whiteboard pictures which have quite ununiform lighting, and well, there's also some noise. This is a really good for image processing to basically make this one clearer, less colors, more contrast, and also taking this bright spot away, so everything would be easier to your eyes. But I have had a dream that someone would take that project for a while. Yeah, it's image processing and MATLAB. And yes, on the ICT summer school, there was the Professor Hiroyuki Aoki from Tokyo giving a class on image processing with MATLAB. Indoor environment supervision. Oh, yeah, that's actually a continuation. We are doing also some cooperations with other University of Applied Sciences, and this actually is a continuation of Osnabrück. We have every year, including this year, we have a 5-credit course, International Sensor Development Project, which is basically embedded systems project with Osnabrück students. They come here for one day, some Friday on November, December at that point, some end of November, start of December, and they will join our students and start, the kind of deciding together which parts will be done by which university students, making groups, international groups. Okay, on February, usually week 8, there will be actually 1-week trip from Metropolia to Osnabrück to integrate everything together. And on Friday, there were actually demonstrations of the system and the presentations. It's fun. And yes, Metropolia is actually paying some of the expenses, not all the expenses, but some of the travel expenses. Then there's the Kimmo Sauren has given a nice topic on robot movement detection. Actually, that's one main concerns on now on this industrial robots, since the robots are not anymore on the cages. So industrial robots by default are in steel cage, and if anyone goes into that steel cage, robot stops working. That's a safety issue. Now the next generation robots will be co-working with real people. So basically, robot must be aware of people and not kill that person or not injuring that person, but actually working. All right. Plenty of room for innovations there. It's not done yet. Not a done deal. And then the seventh, which doesn't show up here, would be a continuation of digital well-being sprint. It was part of the professional summer school. Let's see, do I find it easily? Digital well-being sprint. There. What's that? Yes, it does. Okay, so basically this is a open innovation platform. Well, it comes from this Together for the Future, which is these three university applied sciences in Helsinki metropolitan area, Metropolia, Laure on the other side of the road, then Haga-Helia University of Applied Sciences. We are doing something together now, and this digital well-being sprint was actually held on the August at the same time in ICT summer school as a 6-day sprint or 1-day orientation and 5-day sprints. Very intensive from 8 to 4 each day. Okay. But anyhow, this is so nice problem that can be also a really good topic for any one of your innovation projects, taking either a very technological approach or some human approach or some business approach or combine all of those. This case owner actually is municipality of Lapinjärvi. How many of you know where the Lapinjärvi is? Yes, so you are living close to Porvoo, Kouvola. So it's in between Porvoo and Kouvola. You are driving to Kouvola, basically Lapinjärvi is, so when you are turning into that, turning from the highway that goes to Kotka, you turn on, what is that, Koskenmäki or something like that, you turn to Kouvola and drive about 15 minutes at the middle of nowhere. There we have a small, very, very, very small municipality of Lapinjärvi. It has something like 2,000 and some inhabitants. 1/3 of them are over 65, but they have very, energized mayor who wants actually that municipality to be a kind of test bench for people with memory problems. And they are profiling as human-centered municipality, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Main thing is this muistiystävällinen taajama. So memory-friendly municipality project. It's ongoing project and it never ends, I think. But anyways, the aim is to help the citizens with memory problems, not just elderly, anyone with memory problems to survive on the community, living on their own homes. So actually, that will be not just making some nice gadgets, but also making world a little bit better place. Yeah, that's also available. And I think they will be quite thrilled if someone of you would take this one and start communicating with those municipality people there. We have plenty of good material actually based on this digital well-being sprint. There's basically already 9 different projects done in for that purpose. But in this 5-day sprint plus 1 day orientation, you cannot actually do any good prototypes yet. So they're not even mock-up level prototypes. So I would guess that they would like to see something tangible, some service, maybe a digital service that can help these memory, say, memory challenged people to survive. Okay, and you would probably, you also, oops, what happened? You would also, okay, I moved something around. There we go. Maybe, yeah. So, well, if you are lucky, you will live, say, up to 90s, or actually your generation will actually, some of you probably reach 110 years, even more. Yeah, your generation. My generation will be living up till more than 100 years. Okay, think of yourself as 100 years old. Do you have a sharp memory then? Hopefully there will be drugs to improve your memory. But anyways, brains do actually age. It's physical fact. So you might actually building or designing your own, service right here, if you're lucky or unlucky. How well you can do the service. You may have to use it yourself. All right. So those assignments I can, those topics are free to explore. Several people or groups can do the same topic, since they're on this Lapinjärvi case, on the digital well-being sprint, 9 groups did the same topic. Every one of those were totally different. So those are just the problems, and then you just need to find some solutions. Okay, more questions? All clear? Yes. You can continue writing it as a thesis. Then you of course you need to work some more and put some meat over the bone, so to speak. So that's 15 credits more. But anyways, Okay, quite many of the good innovation projects have ended up being the final year project at the end, and those usually are pretty darn good. The final year projects as well, since you have been practicing all these working habits and also the documentation and also the process and report writing already. So it's a good idea. Excellent idea, actually. Especially if you're working on a company and you do the 10 credits worth of the work there first for feasibility study and then continue for prototyping, design and prototyping for the company. That will be just a blast. You know, they will love it. And that usually means very, very good. Great. More questions? Okay. That's all for today. And if you get anything in your mind, such as you have an idea of the project topic, but you are not sure if that would do, just send me email. I will most probably say yes, and maybe ask some more questions so you can refine your project topic. And otherwise, you just keep working on the assignments. If you need help, you have my email. Yeah, send email. I'm pretty good at answering emails. About 2 weeks from now, I will probably have a special session on this rapid prototyping, just because I was working with Ulla Söderlöf, media engineering teacher here. Some of you may know. We actually created, or actually, well, Ulla created, I fine-tuned, let's put it this way, a good set on the rapid prototyping. So it covers actually not only this physical embedded world rapid prototyping where you make a real, prototypes, but also the software side, service design side of rapid prototyping. So that will be wait a minute, not 2 weeks from now, since that's my week I'm actually fishing. Yeah, seriously, I made a deal with the Metropolitan. I took care of the ICT summer school, and that once I lost a couple of weeks of the summer break. So I'm taking one week of fishing, 2 weeks from now. So maybe next week. It depends how far I can get, preparing everything for that one. So I will send the invitation or information about the that special lecture within, say, next few days. If I haven't done anything on Friday, then just forget the whole thing. It will not happen. But by Thursday, I can send some emails. Excellent. So now just wait a minute. One more check. Let's check that I have, there, users and groups, that your name is on this list. Oh, that's a long list. So let me call this. Alves Siqueira, there, Reponen, Antti. Oh, yeah, Antti sent a message. That's me. Kelf Aran, good. Pham Dong. Adikari was here, yes. Don, yes, thank you. Voloshina, excellent. Kivimäki, not here, probably online. Juuso Koski, not here. Schneider. Yeah, that's in Germany. Yeah, I remember now. Gien, Luan Gien, okay. Bergfors, there. Kaskela. Sestravos, yes. Sresta, sorry, pronunciation. It's not my big, you think so. Kauhanen, not here. Horodex, Pavels. Laitarenko, good. Baral, good. Avale, Excellent. Abdella, there. Ueno. Ukonman, oh, not here. Gien 3, there. Gien Anua, there. Leminen. Veli-Pekka. Is there anyone whose name I didn't mention? I think everyone was here. Excellent, good. So if I said, well, when I send email, you will get it. Good. That's all for now. I still have, say, half an hour if you have some private matters like setting up times to discuss more, that kind of things.